Stefanie Walmsley, the founder and CEO of Prim Botanicals, a plant-powered beauty and wellness brand. I had reached out to Dash Activate online. I'd heard good things about them and thought, okay, let's give this a shot, at least for a consultation. And I'm so glad I did, because even in that first consultation, I got a ton of knowledge, and I just could already tell the professionalism right off the bat, and they really took the time to get to know me and my brand and what I was trying to communicate to customers. And so I asked them to help me run Facebook ads on a short-term project that I kind of felt like my network had been tapped out and needed new people, honestly. And I am so glad that I reached out, because they are freaking awesome. And in the first 10 days, we hit $10,000 in sales. Crazy. We're at a 6 times return on ad spend, and we are scheduled to hit about 20,000 by the end of the weekend. Literally, I go to sleep and I wake up and there are more sales. I'm making money in my sleep, guys. I've had this business for about 5 years, and I feel crazy that I haven't done this before. But like I said, whenever that I hadn't reached out to them before, but in the past when I had tried to do this, it was just extremely frustrating. I didn't understand it. It's very confusing for anyone that's tried to go in there. And then even when I was spending money, I wasn't getting people to the site. And then I spent more money, so I did get people to the site, but they weren't buying. Nothing was actually converting. Dash came in right away, hit the ground running, put the ads up. They sent me the copy to review. They knew all the different audiences to segment and target. I mean, my mind was blown. It continues to be super blown. And then if they saw that one ad wasn't really generating enough, then they just, did their magic things behind the scenes. And this all translates to increased sales every day. Also, I should add that before Dash Activate Online, I was at about $55 on average for what a customer would spend on my site. And now I'm at $80 on average. Also, Dash Activate Online has gone above and beyond by helping me figure out how to keep all of these new customers engaged and coming back. And they've given me tips on how to reach out to them, how to welcome them to our little Prim world and make them feel welcome. And I can't thank them enough for this advice. It's stuff that I was kind of doing before, but they've really helped me sort of hone in on this new customer base and new ways to reach them. It's been phenomenal. Also, this has shown me that I can be a lot more of a D2C company, which is always what I've wanted to be, but didn't really know how. That means better margins, but also more customer engagement, which to me as a small business really means a lot. We are in the business of self-care, and it means a lot to me when I get to interact with my customers more. I love my wholesale partners, but this just gives me a whole new way to stay excited about being in this business and stay motivated as an entrepreneur, which isn't always easy. I decided that Dash Activate Online was what I needed because it was simple, right? I had heard good things about them from people within this wellness space, which cannot reiterate enough how important it is to have people on your side who know the space you're in. And from that very first call, I was kind of skeptical. I'm a pretty frugal small business owner, and especially with everything going on, I feel like people are probably more conscious than ever about what they're spending on, but I was just super impressed right away. I feel like by now I can kind of sift through the BS, and I get emails all the time for let us run your Facebook ads and stuff, so I just kind of went with my gut on this one. And then what they came back to me with their initial findings and stuff, their first audit, I was like, this is awesome. And super happy that I went with it and just trusted them. To anyone on the fence, I understand. I was on the fence too. I would say at least reach out and get that ball rolling. There's really nothing for you to lose. Also, I think it is more important than ever to really build up your direct-to-consumer marketing and reaching out those people directly. Get those margins, get that one-on-one customer engagement. I really think it's super invaluable. Plus, these guys just know what they're doing. Again, I made $10,000 in under 10 days. mind blown. So yeah, I don't know how typical my results are or anything like that, but what I can say with absolute certainty is that these guys know what they're doing. They're hyper proactive. They just dove right in there right away. They wasted no time. If they saw something wasn't working, they adjusted it. I didn't have to do anything. I literally approved copy, talked to them about stuff in the beginning, talked to them about my story and the brand, and then they just like went with it. They weren't, waiting around for me to give them any direction. They were the ones that were like giving me direction, and that was awesome and super impressive. So if you are on the fence, just reach out to them, give them a shot. You are not going to regret it. Feel free to find my company, Prim Botanicals. You can shoot us an email. I'd be happy to give you a direct referral if you're still kind of on the fence, but good luck. Reach out and make money while you sleep, guys.